Today we wanted to get a little bit of footage of the TommyBuilt T36. It is a G36 clone. We got this actually a little while ago and haven't really had a chance to bring it out and shoot it, but just for a size comparison, this is a CQB weapon right here. It's actually kind of a Radian Mark 18. It's got a 10.3 barrel on there, so you can see for size comparison, the G36 is about an inch or so taller.
With a shorter barrel.
Yeah, it actually has like a 9-inch barrel. All right, so a PSA for you guys. I want to make it very clear that anytime we're shooting steel at distances under 100 meters, we are always using frangible ammo, every single time. So we are being safe, and I just wanted to make that clear that we're not having all kinds of stuff coming back at us. What frangible ammunition is, it's condensed copper, it's compressed copper, and so when it hits a steel target like that, it just basically disintegrates. It turns into powder, essentially.
Right. That way it's safe.
Yep. All right. All right, so we got the TommyBuilt T36. It is a G36 clone, and we're gonna try it out for the first time.
G36, very lightweight, very lightweight. Run it here. Very nice, very nice. There's days I'd like to.
I tried to take a solid picture of the firearm, that way we can get a good illustration of everything that we have on it, because it's obviously not in stock configuration. There are many aftermarket parts on this, so let's go ahead and start with the front of the firearm and we'll work our way to the end of it. So starting out with the muzzle device, we do have a Surefire War Comp on here, and it is the QD system, so you could put a suppressor on here, but if you're going to run a suppressor on the T36 or a G36, I would reach out to Tommy at TommyBuilt and ask him what kind he would recommend for you, because too much back pressure could actually snap that op rod, since this does not have an adjustable gas system. I will add that this has the standard HK 15x1 thread pitch, so that's something to keep in mind if you're going to be shopping around for a muzzle device for this firearm. Next up, we have the Haley Strategic Thorntail 2 SBR light mount for Picatinny rails. This will work with either Streamlight or Surefire. This is a really solid addition to any rifle, especially if you're trying to keep your light from sticking out too far. And with one of these 45-degree mounts, it actually raises it up a little bit and brings it in closer to the handguard. And attached to that, we have the Surefire M300 Mini Scout, which is a great little light, nice and compact. This does have the remote switch tail cap, so up on top of the rail, we have the Surefire tape switch, and I believe that's essential to any personal defense weapon. The placement of it makes it really organic for your thumb to be able to actuate the pressure pad and engage that light. So this is an excellent addition to our setup here. And every solid firearm deserves a comfortable grip, so down here at the bottom we have a Magpul AFG1. This is a really comfortable grip, and it keeps your wrist at an angle to where it doesn't cramp up and it doesn't fatigue on you. It also has a hand stop on the front end, which is actually a really good feature, especially if you're running an SBR or something with a shorter barrel like this. It keeps your hand from going near that muzzle. And underneath it all, we have a B&T handguard. It has Picatinny rails on the right side, left side, and on the bottom. So great if you're really wanting to add some cool attachments to your gun and just make it look overall much meaner and more aggressive. So very nice. Side note for anybody who thinks that it's strange that B&T is making parts for an HK weapon. Actually, the two companies have a very close working relationship and work hand in hand on a lot of designs. So people think that they're always butting heads. That's simply not true. They are two companies with very high standards, and they help each other out a lot. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's go ahead and move to the center of the firearm. So what sticks out the most, quite literally, is the optic. Up top, we have an EOTech XPS 2-0. Very solid optic for daytime shooters. It does not have night vision capabilities, but is very solid optic, although I'm not personally a fan of the battery life on pretty much all EOTech optics. It seems to be a universal trend of theirs to only have about a couple hundred hours of battery life, which isn't terrible, but it's definitely not the best in the industry. Now, what's that EOTech sitting on? Because that certainly doesn't look like the OEM top rail. Well, that's because it's not. This is actually from TommyBuilt. It's something that he designed himself. It is a solid aluminum top rail. In addition to giving you a much more solid zero and much better reliability when it comes to getting that zero on your optic and repeatability in your shots, is that having a solid piece attached to the front of the frame as well as the rear of the frame, it's giving the entire gun a lot less flex. And for a solid hard nylon gun, you're basically increasing the ruggedness and rigidity of it, so it's going to last probably a lot longer and be less prone to breakage. So in my opinion, the top rail is a must-have if you're going to be getting this platform. Some of the HK purists probably picked it out immediately that I am not running standard G36 mags. And that is correct, I am running standard AR-15 PMags. That is because this magwell has been replaced with the Spur G36 magwell, and it also has ambidextrous mag release paddles. So this is an awesome upgrade, especially if you like being able to use one type of mag in several different platforms. Another peculiar upgrade that I have on here, which you may have already seen on Grand Thumb's video of the TommyBuilt T36, is the AR fire control unit housing built by TommyBuilt. This allows you to use your favorite AR trigger as well as your favorite safety selector and grip as well. So it's pretty cool, and it gives you some versatility on how you want to set it up. I'm personally running a Geissele Super Dynamic SSP trigger, which is great, nice little single stage trigger, easy to shoot pretty fast with, very solid. And the selector I decided to go with is, of course, the Radian Talon. It's definitely one of my favorite ones, especially as a Radian fanboy. I had to get it. And the grip that I'm using is the MOE K2 Plus. Solid, very grippy, and I think it works really well. I love the angle of it. Okay, so I think we got all of that out of the way. Let's go ahead and finish this up with the end of the rifle. All right, so this one is pretty straightforward. It's just a folding adapter that TommyBuilt does in-house, and a Gearhead Works Tailhook Mod 1. So very solid, very straightforward. Overall, I think this is an incredible firearm. It's really fun to shoot, has a very nostalgic aspect about it. It can be fired in the collapsed position, so if you fold that stock or brace over, you can still use the weapon, which is actually a pretty big deal. And it's lightweight. Even with all of these add-ons that I put on there, it's extremely lightweight. And it's definitely a CQB weapon, so if you want to push it out to 300 yards, which we ended up doing, you can do it, but, you know, I don't know how your accuracy is going to be. And in terms of it being suppressed, I would just go ahead and keep the suppressor off of it, keep it nice and short and sweet and collapsible. So a very small package, very effective, and very easy to maneuver. Thank you guys for sticking through to the end of the video. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. 2020, we're going to try to hit it pretty hard, get some really cool stuff on this channel, go a few different places, take a different approach to how we're doing videos and how we train on camera and off camera as well. But to my current subscribers, thank you guys so much. You guys freaking rock. I just hit 1,000 subs. Thank you so much, guys. I'm really proud of that. And to those of you who have already joined the Facebook group, you know, thanks for, liking everything, your input. I really enjoy talking to you guys, communicating with my viewers. If you haven't already, go join that group. If you want to talk to like-minded individuals, it's called Brozuka Arms on Facebook, and a great little community. You get to contact us here on the channel and communicate, ask us questions, see what's coming out next, get sneak peeks, and you get to make suggestions too. We want to hear from you. We want to hear what you think, and we'll see you over there. Take care, guys.